Hey guys, I am finally live. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. How's everyone doing? Hope all is well. Super excited to be going live tonight. We are going to get started in 2.2 seconds. Let me just make sure I have everything up for you guys. There's so much going on. So much that I want to share with you guys. It's been such an amazing weekend. I have a lot going on, y'all. But what's new? So I'm actually so as you guys are logging in, hello friends. Hey friends, how are you guys? Hey friends. The Money Council, thank you. Hello friends, hello. Hey everyone. I got so many new friends now. I just came from the Spa Boss Black Spa Awards. I just feel like so many new people are on here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. As you guys are coming into, hey friend, as you guys are coming into this virtual room, drop where you guys are logging in from. Drop where you guys I'm logging in from. So I usually say I'm logging in from Queens, New York, but I'm actually still here in Atlanta. I had to stay here an extra day. My crown broke off of my tooth in the back, so I had to go and see a dentist today. That was very scary. It wasn't too scary, but it was kind of scary because going to see your dentist, going to see a random dentist, child. It's like going to see a random GYN. It was a little nerve wracking, but he did perform minor oral surgery on me today in Jonesboro, Atlanta, Jonesboro, Georgia. So I'll be back in New York tomorrow. But y'all, this weekend was amazing. So let me tell you guys about the weekend real quick. So I was here in Atlanta for the Spa Awards, and I was speaking twice. So I was speaking twice at the Spa Awards with Six Figure Spa Chick, which was very 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 fun. I feel like I kind of lost my voice a little bit, but I spoke twice to her community. And then I also went to the Ghetto CEO live podcast with Marketing by Monray. Now, if you guys are not following Six Figure Spot Chick or Marketing by Monray, you need to get together, y'all, because those two women are marketing bosses, marketing geniuses. um, I adore both of them. I really do. And so it was really, really amazing to be a part of the weekend and meet so many women. Man, when I tell you, I just love being in this industry of wellness, of beauty, of all the things. It is an extreme honor and pleasure to be in this community and also to share different opportunities that exist within this industry. Hey, friend. So that was really good. Also, guys, if you're watching me on Instagram, I have a whole YouTube that you should be a part of because I'm actually going to be sharing some slides and some screens and all the things. So yeah, if you guys are watching me on Instagram, you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you need to enter in my Black Abuse by Power Circle group. Hey girl, bride, wife, mommy. Nice to meet you. So great to meet everyone. It was so amazing. I have so many new friends. And so it was such a good time. So let me get into it, y'all. So that was the weekend. So I'm here in Atlanta. I will be back in New York tomorrow. And then we are full the Retail Revolution Conference. So if you guys have been underneath a rock, I am hosting the Retail Revolution Conference here in Atlanta, Georgia. So Atlanta is like basically my second home, y'all. I am always here. And since last year, which is so funny, since last year, I've been saying that I was going to be looking for um, some type of housing here, whether that was um, I don't want to say an apartment because I've never even lived in an apartment like that, but a condo or a house. And so when I originally talked about this idea with one of my coaches who lives here in Atlanta, all my coaches are here in Atlanta, which is crazy. Um, she was like, I don't think you should get a condo. I think you should just get a house. And I was like, I don't know why I never imagined myself living in a house in Atlanta. It's a very weird concept. I just always, like, y'all see this background here. I just always felt like it was going to be like a high rise type of situation. So, um, so yeah, I'm thinking about a house. I'm thinking about a condo. Y'all let me know if y'all here from Atlanta. You let me know what y'all think because I'm not gonna be here all the time. Then also I have 5 kids, so that's why I didn't really feel like I needed to be in a house. My Instagram done cut off. Lord God, but back to what I was saying. I got sidetracked. I'm really excited about the Retail Revolution conference, y'all, because it is going to be the only and first conference that's really all about retail and brick and mortar business. So if you are someone who is looking into starting a physical space, like this conference is for you. This conference is for you. Because you know what? I hear a lot about online business. And really and truly, when I explain to you the online business is a completely different animal from the brick and mortar game, is completely different. Um, and there's a few reasons why I think that, and I want to break this down real quick. There's a few reasons why retailers often don't do too well. And it's really not only because a lot of people are shopping online, but it is one reason why people fail because they have ignored the digital realm that we're in, meaning people are not showing up online. And the biggest way that we saw that people were losing their business because they weren't showing up online was during COVID, was during the COVIDo. The Asian owned beauty supply stores, and I'm gonna talk about beauty supply because that's just what I've been in. The Asian owned beauty supplies during the COVIDo did not have a way to communicate with their customers because they heavily relied on foot traffic. So there was no relationship building. They weren't building an email list. They weren't really on social media. Well, they weren't on social media. Let's keep it real. They weren't on social media. They don't have an email list. And so there was absolutely no way for a lot of the Asian owned beauty supply stores to actually connect with their customers during the COVID though. And so knowing that we live in a tech savvy, very digital world, you have to know that a chunk of not even a chunk, most of your customer base is going to be spending a lot of time online. Now, again, it doesn't mean that they're spending their money on beauty supply necessarily online, but because our attention is in our phone like 90% of the time, you need to, as a brick and mortar business, keep up with the digital game, right? So that's reason number one, right? There's a huge disconnect with people feeling that because they're in a physical location, that all they really need to rely on is the foot traffic. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. And if you don't get up on this digital game, you will surely fail, right? You will surely fail if you think that in 2024 you're going to open a physical space and not have an online presence. Now, again, I just want to make this clear to y'all, right? Because people ask me all the time, like, can I do this beauty supply thing online? Surely you could do the beauty supply thing online. But you also need to understand the buying behavior of your target audience, the buying behavior of your target demographic. Black women in the space of beauty supplies specifically, our buying behavior is inside a brick and mortar space, right? I say this all the time, like the beauty supply store is a Black woman's playground. And if you're from New York, the beauty supply store is a Black woman's bodega. Okay, it's a Black woman's bodega. Like the bodegas here in New York, there's one on every single corner, and we pop in, we pop out, right? Pop in, pop out. That's the beauty supply store for us, right? And so I don't want anyone to get twisted. The physical space is where your moneymaker is going to be in the space of beauty supply, right? 100%. But I just don't want you guys to miss out on the opportunity that lies in the digital realm, right? That lies in the digital realm. Reason number two why I see a lot of stores fail ties into reason number one. Because we have made this shift into the online space, we've created a very stale customer experience. Over the past decade, we have seen this emergence of the self checkout, self service, self. So we have literally watered down what it means to truly be a retailer at heart. And this is for all businesses. We have truly watered down what it really means to be a retailer at heart because of the self service, self checkout, self world that we live in right now. And it's actually very sad. As a retailer at heart, as a retailer myself, I actually love the experience that my customers get in my brick and mortar business. That's the reason why I became a retailer. Number one, several reasons, but really two reasons. Number one, um, is it's because I wanted to show up in this industry and add my thing to it. Number two, I wanted to give the experience, right? That's also goes into number one, me showing up and adding my own thing to it, right? And then number three, it was helping people with their purchasing decisions. That involves a conversation. You can't self me to death and me being able to feel like I have an experience and me being able to have a really educated purchasing experience. That's not going to happen if I don't talk to anybody, right? That is not going to happen if I'm not talking to anybody. Yeah, I love going shopping, right? And I just feel like it's a stale experience now. Like we've really dumbed it down. There's very few retailers who still give a really strong experience. Like even one of my favorite stores, like Sephora. Now, Sephora, and it depends on which Sephora you're going to. So I don't want to generalize for Sephora. But Sephora, I feel, has dumb down their experience just a tad. Even Mac, like who was a Mac girl, like back in the days 10 years ago, like Mac. Oh my God, you couldn't keep me out of a Mac store because of the experience, right? And the way you know that you're giving a good experience is when you enter a store and you instantly get that rush of dopamine, right? Put a store in the comments where you enter that store and you just get that instant hit of dopamine, right? Because it's the colors, it's the visuals. Now what's going on in my background right now? Oh Lord. It's the colors, it's the visuals, it's all of the things that's happening at one time and it happens instantly, right? And it happens instantly. And I feel like that's what we're missing, right? We have been accustomed to a lackluster customer experience, right? And one thing that I really am going to dive into at the Retail Revolution conference is the strategies to actually revamp your customer interactions, making your store, your space, the go-to spot for retail therapy, right? We would like, because we're in the realm of self-care and self this and self that. We need to revolutionize what retail therapy is. Like we 100% need to pay attention to this, right? We 100% need to pay attention to this. Um, and then lastly, one thing, and I talk about this to my clients all the time, right? Is this resistance to becoming creative and innovation, right? So who was it? I think it's Target that now has like an Ulta beauty section within their stores. There's actually Target has done this. Macy's or JC Penney's has done this as well. Like they have literally collaborated with some of the beauty giants in retail so that there is a section specifically in their stores. Kohl's has done this, right? So we have seen like a lot of the big giants say like we don't really want to tap into this anymore. We want to collaborate with another big giant, right? Collaborate with another big giant and have an additional revenue stream that way, right? And so when we think about like what are some creative ways that we can be innovative, right? That we can be ahead of the curve, like collaboration 100% is one of the ways to do that. And so one way that I did do that with my first beauty supply store, because y'all know I had a salon in there, is that I at one point did have one hair. I did collaborate actually with two hairstylists. I did collaborate with two hairstylists where it was literally their hair salon within the space, right? So it wasn't a booth rental situation, but they were actually operating their entire salon out of the space, which was actually a really simple way to do things, a simple way to set up. Could be some problems on the back end in terms of operations, but the collaboration, right? And us merging our customer base, because literally it was the same demographic, made 100% sense, right? So retailers who resist innovation, they often find themselves behind. So I did speak about this over the weekend with the Spa Bush tribe about what the future of retail is going to look like, what the future of service-based businesses is going, what that future is going to look like. And I shared that it's going to look like a one-stop shop. So if you have a retail space and you don't have any services in it, you're missing. Same thing with my service-based providers. If you have a service, you're providing a service, but you have no retail to sell to your clients, you're missing out on money. You are missing out on money. So that's another big topic that we're going to explore during the conference. I'm really challenging a lot of my speakers to have next level conversations when it comes to innovation and strategy, because my goal for the Retailers Revolution Conference is for us to be talking about strategies that are next level. Like, we are trying to revamp and pivot the way people have historically shopped for things. In the past 10 years, like I mentioned, it's been all about the self service and the self checkout. For the past 10 years, it's been all about the self service and the self checkout. How, like, what, in what ways can we change the game when it comes to the way people are experiencing a thing? Because what we've also noticed this year and last year, post COVID, right? Post COVID, when you look at the data, which I know y'all haven't looked at it, but I have. When we looked at the data and we looked at consumer buying trends post COVID, what the data shows us is that people are now longing for community in their shopping experiences with people that they are spending their dollars with. Not only are they looking for a community, but they're actually looking to spend money with people that they know, like, and trust. They're actually looking to spend money with people that they know, like, and trust. And that is why I tell all my clients right now that you need to be the face of your business. I know you don't want to. And I know that there's people out there that will preach something contrary to that, but I'm not sure I can be able to know, like, and trust a business if I don't know the CEO behind the business. Like, I'm just not, like, I'm just going to find somebody that I can know, like, and trust, and give my dollars to them. That's just the vibe that I'm on. And it's the vibe that many people, many consumers are on. Like, in this digital game, like, we have a lot of choices, y'all. And if I feel like I know you because I see your kids and I see your husband or wife and I see you, you out here grinding and hustling and going to expos and talking on stages and all these things, like, I actually kind of like you, so I actually want to spend my coin with you. That's what that looks like. So another thing to think about, because I think this is off topic a little bit, but I think people really feel, especially in business, that social media is just like it's a nice to do. It's like almost a luxury activity in our business, and it's really not. Like, you really have to show up here on the daily. And I see a lot of Spa Boss people on here. Y'all see Candace show up on the daily. Like, you really do have to show up on the daily, because it's literally a part of the job. Like, when you sit down and you write your CEO letter to yourself, I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but if you have not done it, if you're a CEO on here and you actually have never written a CEO letter to yourself, which is a commitment to yourself as CEO of this company, I vow to do XXX, take company to XXXXX and sign and date it. You need to go ahead and do that. I do it every single year. So it's literally, you're hiring yourself so that you can take yourself out from it. Like, as head of HR, right? As head of HR, we are hiring this new CEO, and this is like what we expect them to do. On that to-do list needs to have a social media component of this CEO going live and representing the brand, taking the brand from 500 followers to 1,000 followers, because we're going to go live every day. All of the different things that you need to do, right? So if you've never written that letter to yourself, it's an exercise that I do every single year, but it is a game changer because it makes you really see what the day to day needs to look like as a CEO, and not look at it as things that would be nice for me to do. Like, these are things that I literally have to do as someone who has been hired. Like, because you got to take yourself out of the position. I don't know if y'all following me, like what I'm saying, right? Taking yourself out of the position of being a CEO, putting that HR hat on and saying, and it's like you're just literally talking to yourself in a mirror almost, right? And just saying, like, I am hiring you. Like, if you were to hire a CEO right now, to take your business to the next level, what would be the things on that list you would want that CEO to do? Right. So that's like what that conversation looks like. And it's such a powerful, powerful, powerful thing to do, because again, it makes these things something that you have to do. It's not like, it would be nice if I went on live. It would be nice if I could do this weekly. It would be not like, no, you're literally hiring yourself. You're paying yourself. You hired yourself. You wrote this letter to yourself. And so, like, literally, and I'm so thug with it that I literally look at my joint every single day. And I have it posted in many places. So I have it in my office. I have like different post-its on my computer, like, because I can't play no games with myself. And someone said something at the award ceremony the other day. Like, you can't work, like, y'all work harder for other people than you do for your own business. Someone said something to the tune of that. And to mitigate that, right? Write that letter, y'all. Write the letter. She says, "Oh, I've never heard of that before." Yes. Write the CEO letter to yourself, y'all. Do yourself a favor. Do this before 2024 for sure. Like, this week, write this letter to yourself. And do yourself a favor, guys. Okay. So getting back to it, getting back to the conference. Got thrown off, y'all. Getting back to the conference, y'all. This is what the conference is going to be about, right? So we want to change the game, because here's the thing. Here's what I want to leave y'all with. Retail is not dead. I know there's a lot of people out there that would say everything is online. Start this business online. Now, there's just certain things that we're not doing online, especially if you're a service provider. You already know this, right? But as a retailer, as someone with a brick and mortar business, whether that's fashion, whether that's nails, you're selling nail stuff, you're selling makeup stuff. It literally, we're pivoting what it means to be a retailer, and that's why I feel right now it's so important for us to have a conference that specifically is for my retailers, people with a brick and mortar business, because the game is completely changed, y'all. The game has been completely changed. We are talking about new advanced strategies to staying ahead of the curve, ahead of the trends when it comes to retailing and experience. And what's so great about our demographic, which is primarily African American people, y'all know we have the highest buying power. Like, we have the highest buying power. We just need to figure out, how do we keep the Black dollar circulating within our community? And it's not just having I'm a Black owned business and that's a sticker I put up on my window display, right? It goes beyond that. Like, we as African Americans, we know how we talk, we know how we purchase our goods, right? We really need to be strategic about how do we get people from buying and spending their dollar outside, right? So if you're doing beauty supply, like, how do I prevent people from going to Target and Ulta and Sephora and whoever, right? Like, what does that look like? Right? How do we do that without saying you just need to buy Black, right? We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about that. Networking, right? Networking like a professional, right? It's not just like we go in here and we're going to have some drinks and we're going to kiki, right? But it's actually connecting. Like, we need to have high level conversations when we come to these conferences. Like, I'm at a conference. I've been at a conference this weekend, right? The conversations need to be high level, thought provoking, collaborative conversations, right? Really understanding what networking looks like in these spaces, because we only have 3 days. Y'all. We only have 3 days together, right? So building those relationships, that's going to elevate your business through collaborations, right? Through all the things that we're talking about, is you can only do that when you're in the room, right? So when people ask me, oh, this is going to be virtual, it is not going to be virtual. It is not. It is not. Because when Beyonce first came out with her tickets, before she had this movie, there was no virtual option. We didn't know a movie was coming, right? She did that on the back end. So I may have a replay, probably not. I'm lying, but there's going to be no virtual option because I need y'all to be in the room, right? I've done virtual options with conferences. It is just not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Because a big part of what I want to accomplish also, like I said, is networking and creating collaborations and people partnering with each other. Like, I'm all for the solopreneur because I was a solopreneur myself. However, we can go bigger, we can go faster, we can go stronger when we actually do this thing together. We actually do this thing together. Okay, guys. And so, yes, we are doing the conference. It is happening again in Atlanta, April 11th through the 13th. I am dropping in the chat the early bird link, y'all. I'm dropping in the chat the early bird link that is going to save you $100 officially today off your tickets. You're going to save $100 off your tickets. Let me go ahead and grab that link from my Instagram people real quick. You guys are going to save $100 if you're in that Atlanta area. And even if you're not, it's going to be worth the ticket. Let me just tell you, it's going to be worth the flight. Like Drake said, it will be worth the flight for you guys to show up. All right, that link, I just dropped the link, y'all, if you're watching me on Instagram. I just dropped the link if y'all watching me on Instagram. Oh, child, it's 10 o'clock. My Lord.
Hello, my name is David Hawkins. I'm here from St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, my name is Keisha. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
So my name is Asia. I am from Farmville, Virginia.
And let me tell y'all something. The investment has been worthwhile in so many facets.
I've learned so much information in this short amount of time.
I have a plethora of notes that I've written since I've been here. It's been very impactful. I really appreciate all of the speakers that have come in to pour into us and just give us what we need in order to make our business successful.
I'm excited. I learned a lot of information, stuff that I would have probably been blindsided by had I not been here. So, hey, make the investment in yourself, in your future, and in your legacy.
I'm excited to relaunch my brand and open my beauty supply store in my home state.
So the Beauty Supply Bootcamp, if you are not here, you better get here the next time. The next time that Janice hosts this is very important for you to be here.
Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be sharing some of our amazing speakers that are going to be here at the conference. One amazing speaker that I'm just going to share tonight is Candace Holyfield, six-figure spa chick, marketing queen, the one, the only, the big boss, Big Candace. She is going to be speaking, and she's going to be actually doing a whole marketing segment for our audience for the conference. So I'm super excited about her coming back again, because y'all know she came last year, right? She came last year very subtle. It was her first year doing it. She came last year, and when I tell you, I mean, people were falling out their seats, y'all. People were falling out their seats with the marketing gems that Candace delivered us, and she's coming. I tell everybody, like, I need y'all to come with the heat this year. Because it's a different crowd that we're going to have, right? I'm opening the doors to all retailers because I feel like this conversation transcends into different industries and different segments of retail. And so I did invite Candace back, and she did agree to come back, which I'm really grateful for. And she's going to be doing a complete marketing segment that's going to be next level. It is going to be next level. So I'm excited about that. I have some other amazing speakers coming. And when y'all see me smile ear to ear, it's not because my man. It's because these speakers. I'm excited about them. So I'm going to be sharing with y'all the speakers throughout the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to be dropping them in a very big way. In a very big way. I'm not going to give y'all all the speakers at one time. I'm going to be dropping them like I'm dropping a mixtape, y'all. It's going to be a big deal. We're going to be doing some lives, and I'm just incredibly excited about it. So early bird tickets, right? The early bird tickets is, I just dropped the link, y'all, for people who are popping on. I just dropped the link for the Retail Revolution Conference, us changing the game in retail. I'm going to drop it again. If y'all ain't catch it, I'm dropping it again. If y'all ain't catch it, but you go ahead and save your $100 off of the ticket right now. You go ahead and save your $100. Don't play no games, y'all, with these tickets, by the way. We got Affirm, we got Afterpay, we got Klarna, we got all of the funding things that anyone can ask for these tickets. So you can go ahead and get your Klarna on, get your Afterpay on, and there's one else. There's one more. I forgot the other one. Affirm, Afterpay, and Klarna. Those are the three. So once you go to the link and you put your name and address in, it's going to take you to the next page for the payment. When you hit the payment page, it's going to give you the option to do Afterpay. Go ahead and do Afterpay. Go ahead and do Afterpay, because I just want to lock y'all in, because I just don't want no excuses. We don't want excuses for 2024, y'all. We don't want excuses for 2024, because excuses is just going to get you looking on the outside of the window, begging to come in, right? That's what excuses get y'all. So 2024, I want y'all to show up not only to the rooms that I'm going to be in. I want y'all to show up to all the rooms. In 2024, I'm just going to tell y'all, in 2024, I'm going to be showing up to all the rooms. If it's a conference or something going on, I'm actually going to be there, because I don't feel like I've showed up and been in enough rooms for me to be in the place I want to be. So if you are not in the place that you want to be, raise your hand. Raise your hand virtually. I'm not really where I want to be. And if you're not where you really want to be, where I want to be, that means you need to be in more rooms. And if you're someone who's on here and you're like, I've been in a lot of rooms this year, you probably was in the wrong rooms. If you were in a lot of rooms this year and you're still not where you want to be, you probably were in the wrong rooms. You probably were in the wrong rooms. Right? So, or maybe it wasn't the right time for you to be in those rooms. That's what I will say. Okay, right? Danielle says, wrong rooms, yes. That might be it. And then that's fine, right? Because you'll find out and you'll figure out which are the right rooms to be in, right? If you go into enough rooms, you'll figure out which rooms are for you, right? And it's trial and error. That's just a part of entrepreneurship. I've been in this entrepreneurship game since I was 24 years old. Yes, I do look like I'm 16, but I've been in this game for over a decade. And so I've quickly realized, right, that some of the rooms just aren't for you. Like some of the rooms, like they say, you can't be the smartest person in the room. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Like that's an easy indicator right there. Right. If you're the smartest person in the room and I've been in some rooms with a coach where I was answering more questions than the actual coach was answering questions. I was like, this ain't the room for me. If I'm saying more than the actual coach is saying, right? You just know that those rooms are not for you. But this Retail Revolution room, I can tell you, y'all haven't been in this room yet because it hasn't been done. We don't have a conference that's specifically on retail. We have conferences for everything under the sun, but we don't have a conferences for Black retailers, people with a brick and mortar business. Because when I tell you, operating a brick and mortar business is just a different animal. It's a completely different animal, right? And we don't talk enough about what that looks like because everything is online and everything's about a funnel. And I love me some funnels, and I am going to have the funnel doctor come out for the conference. I just released another person, but we don't have enough conversations about like good old guerrilla marketing. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. Some good old guerrilla marketing. Like we actually taking it back. It's going to seem like we're taking it back to basics, but we're actually going to be taking it back to basics in a very innovative way. So when I'm talking about guerrilla marketing, like I'm not just talking about handing out some flyers, like we're talking about next level stuff, right? That we're going to be implementing in our brick and mortar businesses. Okay. I ain't gonna give y'all too much. I'm not gonna give y'all too much tonight. But the link is there, good people. The link is there, and I'm so grateful for y'all to show up tonight. By the way, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. Tonight it's 10 o'clock, so I'm going to log off, y'all. But go ahead and DM me, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and DM me. Send me a little message if you have any questions about anything. Again, the Retail Revolution is going down in Atlanta, Georgia, April 11th through the 13th. Okay. Early bird is happening as we speak. I just gave y'all the link for the tickets. Funding is available for the tickets, so you can get them now, get your seat, and not pay for anything, y'all. Okay, so the funding is there and available. All right. DM me, y'all. Have a good night.